Keeping at it with the battle psalm today, and we call it a battle psalm because this was a series of prayers that the chief priests of Israel made on behalf of the king of Israel before Israel goes to war the next day. So we're in Psalms chapter 20, and here's verses 4 and 5. And the word of the Lord says, May he, God, grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your counsel. We will sing for joy over your victory, and in the name of our God, we will set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. So the king's desire and his counsel were then to fulfill God's will. In fact, they mention that they will glorify God when the battle is won. They're going to set up banners in the name of God. And this really shows how faithful and thankful Israel was back then, because go out and win the war rather than patting themselves on the back after the victory. They instead thank God. Now we fast forward to today, and when we compare that to nations that have won wars recently, like America, after winning World War II, huge sense of patriotism abounds in the 1950s. America is then considered the greatest country on earth. Unfortunately, patriotism is just foolish self-worship, because America did not win the war. It was God who allowed America to win the war. But the sad part is, in the 60s, God gets taken out of the equation. Prayer in school, it's outlawed. And meanwhile, ever since then, America has been slipping. 1963, JFK is assassinated. The late 60s, early 70s, America loses their first war, the Vietnam conflict. And since then, America has been slipping on the world stage ever since. Perhaps if America was more busy praising God and realizing how dependent we all are, nations included, on God, we wouldn't be humbled like we are right now. So this all brings us back to our original pre-war psalm. In the name of God, we will set up our banners. Not in the name of Israel, they're saying instead in the name of God. And that's something to think about too when we look at star athletes like Tom Brady, who's got his, 7 Super Bowl rings or whatever it is. Instead of giving God the glory, Tom Brady is all about giving himself the glory. A lot of sports teams, too, when they come home after winning a championship or a Super Bowl, they say, oh, look at how awesome we are. When no, you didn't win that. God allowed you to win that. Patriotism, nationalism, showmanship, all that is rooted in what God absolutely hates: pride. Glory does not belong to those who win. It belongs to God who allowed them to win. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and God bless.